Dad burned bug. I'm just marking this, you guys. Okay, this right here. This is going to be a road right here. I've just got to figure out the exact path, how I'm going to bring it. We're bringing a tower blind through here. I haven't had any time to take care of stuff over here that I've got to get done. I've had no time at all. And so that's the reason I'm over here right now. I don't have much daylight left. But that'll be alright. We don't need a whole lot. Just so as it doesn't get dark on me. I'm not going to be cutting all these trees that's got pink on them, these ribbons. I'm just marking it generally where this this road's going to go. All this right here is from deer, this deer activity. And we'll be coming through, we're going to be going right through right there. I like to go through right there, but I don't know if that's going to bring me to where I'm aiming to end up. I would really like to go through right there, but this is the initial plan, is to come over here. Let's see if I can get this down. There we go. There we go. Let's go right through here. This area here, I was going to put a tower blind in here, and I still think I'm going to. Kind of stinks not having much time left in the day. This is the first time I've come out here in the woods. The last time I've been out here on the property was the video that I uploaded where I was trying to find where that beam of light originated from. That was the last time I've been here. I've been helping Chris daily. This right here is going to be a road. Hopefully a straight shot to this point. And I want to turn it that way. This right here is going to be the focal point. We're going to open this up a little bit. I'm putting a tower blind in here. It's got this big, beautiful oak tree over here. I'd love to put the tower under it. I came over here about, 45 minutes ago, and I walked back here to where I'm at right now, and Mother Nature hit. and I have no tissue paper. I have nothing with me. I had to run back to the four-wheeler and tear out of here and go all the way back home just to take care of nature's call. So that kind of set me behind. This area right here is, I'd really like to put that tower blind back here. It would most likely have to go over here so that we have that opening there. I think I can bring that road all the way through. So right up here. Guys, I want to mention something right quick. I haven't had time to do this. Our sister Francesca, I believe everyone here knows her. She's a part of our family here. She's been with us for a long time, and she's just someone very special to me and Kim and Rosie, and an amazing, absolutely amazing woman. But Francesca's older sister has left us to be with the Lord. She went home. And I'd like to ask that you guys please send prayers out for Francesca and the family and everyone who is impacted by her sister departing us. It's temporary when we have a loved one move on before us, but it still hurts the same. Something that you never truly get over. And she reached out to me and let me know what was going on. And so Kim and I threw a prayer out for her, and I just ask that you guys please do the same. Francesca's just an amazing human being. She's a blessing. Trying to find my app right there. Oh, I am on track. Praise the Lord Jesus. All right. This road is going to come into right here. We got to put a turn in it. I don't want to take these bigger pines out. So I may have to come through right here. Maybe. But the road's got to be 10 foot wide so that we can get the truck down it, the tractor down it, whatever it is that we choose to drive down it. And it will go over to the gate at the north end. Let's see if I can get this cut. There we go. This right here is there's a tire getter. Having to bust your tire on the tractor. We don't need to bust a tire. Those things get expensive. Okay. It's going to be hard to go through here without cutting much down. But we can go through right here. I'm trying to get this done fairly quick. Because I don't have much daylight. So I'm going to mark this. And then as soon as I'm done helping Chris, I'll tell you guys where I've been. Chris is, him and his wife have a small cabin behind their house. And no one's lived in it. They've had it for some time, but it's just not, it wasn't livable. And so Chris and I have been working on it, trying to get it to where it can be lived in. We can get it set up like that. And we've almost got it. We don't have much left to do. Then they're moving. Chris's aunt, I think it's an aunt, it's a family member. She's in a bad way. And so they are going to be moving her up here where they can watch over her and care for her, because she needs help and she doesn't have anyone here. Need to go that way. I don't have enough snake boots on. Good gracious. I need to go through this mess. I'll have the tractor the day I come out here to start on this. Chainsaw in the tractor. There's a buck rub right over there on that little pine. I'm pretty sure I've got to go that way. I have to make that turn. Let's see. Be easier to come through here. Go through there, and then we'll come this way. Let's get some of these little limbs off here. There's a little, because I'll be taking this tree down anyway. We'll be taking quite a few of them down. There we go. Just so I can see my flags. And that oak right there is dead, so it's got to come down. Looks like we can come just about down. Well, that's a lot of stuff right there to cut. Let me check. I have to keep checking my map. Waiting for... Let's see. Okay. Oh, I've got to go that way. Okay. Boy, it sure is pretty right here. I guess this is going to be... I don't want to cut this big pine. I've got to have 12 feet. 12 feet clearance to get that tower blind in here. Because it is just shy of 12 feet wide. Come down here maybe and turn. Come through, take these down. I think I've got to go that way. The GPS signal isn't all that great right here. Come through maybe. I'll go this way through here. Yep, this will work. This will work, and it's carrying me the right direction. All right. It's crazy how much sound travels back here. If you guys can hear way off in the distance, that's an airplane coming now. But there's been the sound of a small engine, and there's a fella that you have to pass this house to get back to where we're at. We are literally at the end of the road, and he's got one of them mowers that you can turn on a dime, the lawn mowers that'll spin a complete circle, zero turn mower. I knew I'd get it right if I kept trying. He's got a zero turn lawnmower. And he is cutting down the side of his property. We got to keep going this way. Yep, this is right. Okay. Let's hang a ribbon on this tree. There's a lot of deer tracks in here. It's such a beautiful area. If you guys see anything or hear anything in this video, or any other video for that matter, please let me know. I would greatly appreciate it. Oh, this is my opening right here, I think, for that other blind, the big blind. But we should be a couple hundred yards away from it. Oh my Lord, it's right there. It is right there. I did not want to be this close to it. This is the blind I was in right here. That night something come up behind it and it cut right in front of it and it blacked out the windows on me. We were sitting because the creek's down there and the pigs kept coming up through here. They're crossing right through here and going down to the creek. And I sat up here a couple hours past dark trying to get the pigs. I had my thermal scope and whatever it was walked right in front of the window and blacked it out. And I have not hunted that since that happened. Okay, somehow I got way off track. I need to be that direction. Where I need to be down there is just right there. I'm in the right spot that way. Good grief. So I'm going to go over here. I was wanting to come out over here, but I don't think I'll be able to. All right, there's the big oak tree right there. There's the oak. Good gracious. The spot I was wanting to come out was right over here. These trees, all right, the roads are running this way, but they change when you get right over here. I need to bring, the road's going to have to go like that. There are a lot of tracks in here. Deer tracks. The big culvert is right down there. And I want this road to come up from that culvert and come through the pines. You can see the direction these roads are running. They come down to where I'm at and then they turn this way. Instead of continuing like that, they go that direction. But I don't want to cut that oak. I have to trim that one limb off if I put the road here. But I have to cut this pine, that little pine right there, and several more past it. I don't know if I can come up through here. I still have to cut big pines. See what it looks like over here. Oh, gosh, that hurt. I want to step over that vine. I caught my foot on it. All right, here's that clear, and this is where I wanted to come out. I think this is it. It's right through here. And come down. I think I can go straight to the culvert right there. Oh no, I'm way off. I gotta go back over there. Gee whiz. Alright. Let's go back down here. These turkeys have been scratching in here too, a lot. Ow. See, these rows are so close you can't go down the row with a road. You have to take every tree out because it's not wide enough to get a full-size vehicle through here. This is a somewhat open area. Can't see nothing that way though. There's a lot of deer that come through right here. There's trails all over up in this section. I don't know if you guys are able to make out all the tracks in here. There are a lot of them. Keep catching spider webs. Critter's been digging back here. Okay, I think that's the oak. The big oak tree. This would be really pretty. If I can get that tower set it back here. Ouch. Found the thorns. Ooh, just found another one. Ay, gosh. There's buck rub right there. Yep, that's the oak. See my pink ribbon. So I might be able to come back here. These trees are smaller. It'd be a heck of a lot easier to go through here. Cut these smaller trees. Well, this is a deer trail right here that I'm on. That tower blind is fairly tall. There's my ribbons. Oh, this is where I need to. This is where I need to put that davern thing. I don't think there's enough room though to stand it up. If I can get it up in these limbs, that'll be the road coming in. It's right there. That'll be a straight shot. And if I make this turn, maybe Maybe I can go straight through there and not be so close to that big blind. I don't want to be over there. Getting all these out of the way. I am going to put a ribbon right here. This might be where I put that tower blind. If I can get it stood up in here, this would be needs to be the ticket. And clear that through there. If I can get a trail cut through there to where that big blind was, I thought it was further that way. No, it would be down here because this trail goes and it turns. So that big blind is right down there. Golly, I didn't want to be that close to it. You can see the pink ribbons out there. I don't know if I got enough room in here to put that tower. I'm just trying to cut a few of these so I can see a little better. See how wide this thing is. I know it'll go. Golly, I have to take out a lot. Maybe I can set it right here. 2, 4, 5. That leg had come to right here on this tree. From between those trees. And I'd have to cut those two, that one, those pines would have to come down. I really don't want to do that. Ow! We've got so many of these little pines out here. These are sand pine. When we do get to the point of harvesting these trees, we're not gonna plant these back. We're gonna go with long leaf. If I plant these back, we have to pay for them out of pocket. If we plant long leaf, then the government will split the cost with us. This may be the ticket right here. I'm dead. There. Okay. Oh, gosh. here. Come in, turn here. Come through here. Take out the mayhaw here. Wild crab apple mess. Okay, we'll come through here. Okay. Just making it to where when I come through here to try to figure out what I came up with as far as the direction, it'll be easier to see. If I put that timer right there by that oak tree where I was just at, I'll be able to watch that road coming in, that road that I'm going to be making. And then this one, I've got it sitting there. I could probably cut all the way through that. Because all that stuff's small. I don't know if I could, oh. Shoot, this will work right here. I'll clear this little bit of stuff right here, maybe. Nope, I wouldn't be able to see right there. Okay. Well, darn. This open area right here is really pretty. Really, really pretty right through here. An oak tree is over there. Thought I'd be able to see through right here. There's too many trees in the way. So it'd be a pretty area. I think I'm still gonna have to run the road through here. Come through there and I don't want to cut these bigger pines. And cut these smaller ones here. Darn, I may have to. creepy out here. That barking is Rosie's dog, Waddles. Can't believe I'm having this much of an issue finding a spot. Oh, this is my trail. Right here. There's the ground blind right there, the big blind. Well, I'm right up on it. What doggone. Could bring it through here, I guess. This is the trail that I walk during hunting season to get to the blind. Here's the four-wheeler trail. Well, doggone. Alright, now I'm going to go back to the four-wheeler and I'm going to go down here a little bit, I think. I didn't want to be near that blind, that ground blind, because I had that encounter that night with whatever that was, and I just don't want to be sitting in that blind. I don't want to be that close to that blind. I mean, I know the blind ain't the reason for having that experience, but it's just every time I get near that blind, I think about that thing walking out in front of me and blocking my view out of them windows. And it had to have been massive for it to step in front of them windows and me not be able to see the sky in the background behind it. And just that thought, it scares me. There's the four-wheeler right there. Well, darn. There's a lot of deer that comes through this side. But after I had that little run in with whatever that was that walked right there in front of that blind that evening, I've been too scared to come over here and hunt. I don't want to be near anything like that. Darn. Darn, darn, darn. Well, give me a minute. I'm going to get cranked up and I'm going to back up and I'm going to go right down the road here. All right. I went back here toward the back. Oh, I got bugs on me. There's a spot down here I want to check, and I want to see. I don't know if I can get that tower blind in here. We got a lot of little trees. We can cut the little ones. I just don't want to cut the big ones. But we can cut them just to get that tower in here. I gotta get the tower in here, then I gotta come back and get the blind that goes on top of the tower and get it in here. All right, there is a big goofy shaped pine tree down here. And there's multiple deer trails that are going out in front of it, that direction, that are crossing it, and deer trails that are coming beside it and coming this direction. Don't have it marked. My other app quit working. It's a longleaf pine, and it's just, it's all messed up looking. I think it's right in here. I think. It's a nice open. I'm not seeing that pine tree. It's an odd tree. It's just shaped odd. There's a pretty little opening right here. Oh, there it is, right there. I'm right on it. Good. I wouldn't mind putting that tower out here somewhere. They're crossing right. They're going back over the 4-wheeler trail right over here. Oh, this is a deer trail. Thought somebody's riding 4-wheelers down here. There's a lot of deer. There's that pine tree right there. That one right there. Oh, it's dying. Well, that stinks. There's a big deer rub, or scrape, I'm sorry, right back over here, about 40 yards or so from me. There's one right over here about 40, 45 yards. There's a small one about 20 yards past it, like toward the 4-wheeler trail. And then there's 3 that go that direction that are out of range. If you're hunting right here, you wouldn't be able to see those at all. I would like to put that tower up here. That's the south end of the property. It's back over there, the boundary. And the deer just flood across all through here. But there's a trail that travels up here. Let me see if... I don't want to get too far away. I don't have snake boots on. I don't have tick spray on. And it's getting dark. There are a bunch of new trails through here. There's a scrape right over here. So I'm trying to get to. At the south end of the property is right through there. We're 50 yards from it. All right, here's a deer trail right here, where the deer were coming down. They were turning somewhere, somewhere up in here. Boy, it's grown up with that moss. Looking for that scrape, unless I walk past it. There's the tree. It's got to be over here then, by that other holly, that oak right there, around the back side. The other one was right here. It was on this holly. I had my camera on this tree right here. And he was scraping this out right there. That was a scrape. They're going, the trail goes through here. There's that big crooked pine. The trail goes through right there, and then he had a couple more scrapes over there too. There's the trail right there. You can sort of see it right here. And there's that big tree, that pine, and then there's a scrape. There's a fallen tree. Oh, we ain't made it back there yet. Alright, there was one somewhere. Oh, that scared me. I thought a snake popped me on my shoe. Alright, there was a scrape right here. There's the fallen tree. They come in here, they walk right down the edge of that fallen tree. Right here. I'm not sure where to put that tower. It's getting late. I'm just trying to get back to the four-wheeler right now. It's getting hard to see, and I don't want to walk up on a yellow jacket nest. And jokers, they are not fun when they get mad at you. Oh, another spider web right on my face. Crud. Alright, there's the rubs. This is from that big buck we had in here. We never got him. I had him come beside me, but I didn't have a good shot on him. He had rubbed that little oak right there. He killed it. He rubbed that one right there, just gouged it out and killed it. And I had my camera on that little pine right here. We had actually cleared a spot down there to put a ground blind up, but we never came back, and we didn't hunt it hard enough to actually get him. There's the four-wheeler machine. Golly, another spider web in the face. Trying to block him. Alright. Gee whiz. Well, darn. I don't know where to put that blind. I won't be able to work on it tomorrow. I've got to go help Chris. We've got probably another week, and we should have the little cottage ready for her to move into. But anyhow, outside of helping him, Kim's been dealing with the goats. We had two little babies born this morning, a little boy and a little girl. I think Rosie named the little girl Flower, and I don't remember what they named the little boy. Both of them are white. Um, Mama is caring for them. She cleans them and watches over them, and she gets after any of the goats that get around her, but she's not really nursing them. And so Kim and Rosie are bottle feeding them, and then we're putting them back out with Mama. But they're doing good. Um, I'm trying to remember what else we had going on. Kim's truck is down. I don't know if I've shared it. Um, well, I'm sure I haven't shared it. It's been a couple of weeks now. We believe it's the transmission that went on it. And we're trying to close on the old house. And we should be closing here any day now. And once that's finalized, then we have to pay back what we had to borrow to get the truck. And then we're going to have to get it fixed. Whatever's wrong with it, it has to be fixed. We got to get it running. It's a great truck, and there's been a little burp in the transmission since we got it, and we got it. We thought there was a warranty on it, and there wasn't. It was offered to us at I think $4,000 to get it, and we just couldn't do that. We didn't have it, and we've got to get a warranty of some type to cover it in events like what happened this time. So we are dependent on the blue truck, the old Ford truck that my sister gave us right now, and it runs great. It's a good truck. AC works. It struggles to keep up, but it does work. But where we're having issues is we've only got one vehicle outside of the motorbike, and we finally got rain, but our roads are so dry. The roads are horrible. These kids coming back there, going in the woods to ride and just have fun, and the roads and trails they're tearing up are the roads that we take to get home, and they're so bad. There's areas in it that there's been times we had to use four-wheel drive to get through it. It's just white powder sand, and that they've destroyed it, and I can't take the motorbike down it with it beat up that bad. But we're using the little Ford truck, and it's somewhere around 16, 17 miles to the gallon. And my oldest daughter, she is down living with us from South Carolina, and she does not have a vehicle. We're trying to find her a vehicle, and she's working, but Kim has appointments, I have appointments, Rosie has appointments, my daughter has appointments, and then my daughter's working, is 2 jobs, and then I'm helping Chris, so he'll come and get me and bring me home sometimes, and some days Kim has to take me over there, and then we're having to drive all the way down to Panama City where my daughter's working, and then she's working another job up in Chipley, and it's nonstop, and having only one vehicle has really put a damper on things. So I've had no time. I've been getting home between 8 o'clock and 10:30 at night, and this is 7 days a week. And so I've had no time to come out here. Today's the first day, and the reason I took today off this morning, Kim took my oldest daughter to work, and then she come back, and I didn't know that she made plans for me to go pick up a load of hay. Chris was waiting on me to get there. I had to wait for her to get back with the truck so that I could get over there, and ended up I had to go get hay that was already planned out, and that threw me off. And then when we got back, then I had to go somewhere else that I didn't know I had to be, and that messed me up. So we just decided to just take today off and recoup tomorrow, because it was after 4 o'clock before I got done today with running and doing things I didn't know that I had to do. But tomorrow I'll be back at it over there with him, trying to get this place finished up. Excuse me. My throat's dry and I have nothing to drink with me. I normally have a water bottle on the front, but somebody took it off, and so now I don't have it. But anyhow, as soon as we get finished over there to where I have time to work here at home where I need to be, I am going to be figuring out where that tower blind is going, and I gotta I'll be working to get it finished. I'm putting some plywood scraps that Chris gave me around it because it doesn't have sides on it. It's got all the framework and the roof, but the sides were vinyl and they filled up with hornets 2 years ago, and there were so many of them in it that we had to cut all that mess off. And so I put wood on it. I'm just not finished with it. I haven't had time to finish because I've been going nonstop. But I got to finish putting the wood on it, getting the door cut open, and then we got to move the platform part, the tower itself, find somewhere to set it up, get it anchored off, and get the blind part on top of it, and get all that situated and get an area set up that hopefully I can plant something before summer's over. I want to get a green field going around it, and but I got to check some areas. I'm going to put some cameras out and put a little bit of corn and some pelleted sweet feed out in front of the camera and just see which deer are coming through which areas. And whichever areas we get more mature deer coming through, then that'll be the area that we put the tower. I'm just not sure exactly where it's going yet. And then we got a ground blind we got to find a spot for. I got to do all of this before it gets too close to hunting season, because when you start cutting trees, making new paths, putting up new blinds, you got to give the deer a month or two to acclimate to it, or they won't come through. You won't see them until the end of hunting season. So we're trying to get all that planned out and lined up before season gets here. But we are doing well. Everything's going good at home. We've been just busier than a bug in a rug. We're waiting for Affordable Homes of Chipley, Florida to fix our roof. The roof fell apart, still under warranty. We lost 30-something foot of the shingles on the very peak of the roof, and we had a company come in and put a friend of ours. They didn't charge us. They came in and put a waterproof barrier over that. But while he was up there, he seen all the hail damage from the storm we had about a year and a half ago. And so we're trying to get the company to take care of that, and then we'll probably have to do an insurance claim for all the hail damage. But it's coming together. It's just slow. We got all that going on. We got the truck broke down. We got more going on than we can handle, and we're trying our best. But please add us to your prayers, and please don't forget, pray for our sister Francesca. She lost her older sister. She went home to be with our Creator, our Heavenly Father. And she'll see her again. It's guaranteed she'll see her again. But that time may be 30, 40 years from now. You don't know when it's your time. And that separation, regardless of length, it's painful. So please pray for Francesca and their family and friends that are impacted by her sister leaving. I would greatly appreciate it, and I know Francesca would. And Francesca, if you're watching this, we love you, and you're absolutely in our prayers, and you'll stay there. You guys have an amazing evening. I am going to get cranked up, and I'm going to get out of here. It's getting dark, and I don't want to be out here when it gets pitch dark. But y'all have an absolutely amazing weekend. Be safe in whatever you do. Be kind to others and be blessed, and I will absolutely see you guys very, very soon. We love y'all. Take care. See you down the road. Bye-bye.